Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined once again by Sam Maxwell, unbeaten super lightweight. Sam, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Nice for having me, Danny.
Oh, anytime, mate. It's always a pleasure. What wasn't a pleasure, I imagine, was finding out in March that your British and Commonwealth title shot at Akeem Ennis Brown had been delayed. Just tell us how close you were to the fight when you found out the bad news.
It was on a Monday, so I was on my way to my last session, bit short pads with Steve, and yeah, got the call off my manager saying Akeem had to pull out through injury. But yeah, like you said, I think it's a blessing in disguise. Look, at the time I was really down about it, and I was absolutely gutted. But it's gave me a few months with my coach, and I think it's going to pay off massively, and so it's like a blessing in disguise. And plus, we'll have crowds back by the time we fight now as well. So yeah, it's brilliant.
Have you been given any indication of when and where the rescheduled date might be?
I haven't been told where, but I've been told they're looking at it's going to be in July. So just waiting on a date though. But I've been told like be ready to go for end of June, early July.
And you said it's good because it's giving you more time with your coach. Just tell us how you fitted in there and how it's all working out.
Oh, it's brilliant. The level of training is insane. Like the amount of work we have to put in. Like people like say they enjoy their training sessions, but I go there thinking, oh, it's going to be hard today. But once it's done, you feel good. But yeah, and like today, so I went doing sparring with Terry Flanagan today. Did like good 30 minutes sparring with him. So like I can't get any better than that. Just I'm very positive and I'm feeling good.
He's become a bit of a forgotten man in recent times, Terry Flanagan, but people forget that he was a world champion for quite some time, challenged at another weight as well.
Yeah, unbeaten at lightweight. And you know, I think he'll be back. He's still in amazing shape now, and he still beats me on most things. Like he's an absolute machine. But yeah, definitely forgotten man. But he'll be back. I think there's definitely fights out there for him, big fights. Just hope he gets one.
What would you pick out as the main differences between the training you've done up to this point with other coaches and other situations, other gyms, and where you are now with Steve Malin?
Just the style he puts on his fighters, I think that's brilliant for me. Like it's perfect for me. It's fast feet, it's good work rate, and mentally he's making me a lot stronger than I've ever been as well. So it's just so many positives going to this gym, and he's very meticulous on little things. Like he'll want to know what you're eating. He'll write a good diet plan for you. He wants you to eat more calories. Like as boxers, sometimes you get stuck in the mentality of like you need to be calorie deficit, you need to be eating less, and then you start worrying about your weight, and then that might lead just drinking less water. But Steve just says I need to be eating carbs, because when I first came, I couldn't keep up with the sessions. Like I faded straight away. Like after 3 sessions, I was already fading. And he said, Sam, you need to eat more. And I said, what have you been eating? I was telling him. He said, no. He said, you're not going to be able to keep up with the training if you're eating like that. So he's had a look at my diet, and he's put loads of carbs in, loads of energy, so I'm fully fueled to train now, and I can really get the most out of each training session. And I'm up to drinking going from like, sounds stupid, but I was only drinking maybe 2 liters of water a day, and now I'm up to drinking like 4, 5, 6 liters a day. And I just feel brilliant. I feel like a new man, and yeah, I can't wait till fight night to show the progress.
I'm just thinking I'll probably struggle to drink even 1.5 liters a day, Jesus.
Yeah, the only thing is constantly needs to go to the toilet. That's the only annoying thing.
Well, it's the price you pay, I guess, for being an elite athlete.
Yeah.
Akeem Ennis Brown, you've had a longer time to kind of study him and prepare for him now. What do you make of him in terms of kind of strengths and weaknesses and how you guys match up?
Yeah, he's got a lot of strengths. Like we've had a good look at him. Steve's had a good look at him anyway, and Terry was telling me some things about him today. But he's just very awkward. He's very fit. He gets in a good rhythm. He's confident, and yeah, it's just about breaking him out of his rhythm, I think. And he gets in it once you get him in. Once he's in it in some of his fights, you see it's hard to get him out of it. So yeah, I just want to try and nullify the fact and not let him get into his rhythm. I think that's going to be a key.
And what would a victory here do for you? Because although it's British and Commonwealth titles, which a lot of people want, you've got a high WBO ranking as well, so he's got something to gain from it. Where do you think you stand should you depose him and win those belts?
I think this puts me in a massive position, like brilliant position, because like you said, I'm top 10 in the WBO. but also I want these titles massively. Like, I go down in history, and you know, in my area, there's a lad who I looked up to, John Watson. He challenged for the British title twice. He just fell short, but you know, it'd be good for me to get it. And also a man who lived over the road from me, Keith Wallace. He won the Commonwealth title. So you know, I could go down as a Prescott if I win them British and Commonwealth and be there mentioned with Keith Wallace, which will be amazing for me. But with the fight that's happening this weekend, Josh v Ramirez, I think either one of them, if they win, they're going to move up. They've conquered them light welterweight, then they're going to move up to welterweight, so that will vacate some titles. And if I'm top 10 in the WBO. Also, Akeem's got some points in some of the other. No, he hasn't actually. He hasn't, has he? No. Anyway, the WBO's vacant. I'm in the top 10. I'm in a chance with a chance for boxing for the world title. So it sounds crazy, but win here is massive for me, and it could lead to a title shot and a world title shot.
You say it sounds crazy, but we spoke to Akeem Ennis Brown earlier this week. He's got the same idea. He said, you know, if he manages to defeat you, then he wants Jack Catterall for the vacant title.
That's it. That's the fight I think we both want. Yeah, that's the prize, I guess.
Yeah. So Catterall, someone you've looked at. Obviously, he's hoping that Josh Taylor stays at the weight if he wins, and they can have a big fight in Scotland. But I think you're probably right. I think Taylor probably will move up in weight if he gets past Ramirez. But what is it? What is Catterall the main aim? Because you're both with the same promotional team. He's WBO #1. It kind of ticks a few boxes.
Yeah, I think it's probably an easier fight to make. I'm top 10. We're both top 10. Well, he's #1 mandatory. Both same managers, promotion. It's an easy fight to make. So, yeah, I think that's the most realistic one, and one I'd want to go for, want to push for. But first things first, got to be the team.
Yeah, that does help. But tell us how you see the fight at the weekend going between Taylor and Ramirez. It's obviously in your weight division, huge undisputed fight, first one in 4 years since Crawford did it. How do you see that panning out?
I think it's going to be another amazing fight, the same as Prograr Taylor. Just one for the fans, one to watch, and I'm just looking forward to it. But I think Josh's going to come on top again. I think he's phenomenal, and he's on form, and he's looking in great shape. And but it's going to be one fight for the fans, same as that Prograr one. I thought was one of the best fights I've seen, and this is going to be action-packed as well, I feel.
How important is it to you that your fights are entertaining for the fans? Don't get me wrong, most of them are, but obviously you're going up against Akeem Ennis Brown next. He's known for being awkward. He doesn't tend to be easy on the eye. Yeah,
my coach said that, and they said Akeem as well. He doesn't really seem to mind that the fights aren't great. He's happy just to win them, Jamil, and spoil and win. So I can't let that affect me thinking, oh, I look rubbish here. He's spoiling it. I've got to not worry about the crowd and how the fight looks. I just got to get that win, and that's what's going to be on my mind.
What level do you think you need to get to believe you fulfilled your potential from the amateurs?
Definitely winning. I would have before 10 pro. That was my aim, to win the British the British title, but now it could be British and Commonwealth. So that's my short-term goal. Well, it's a goal that I had when 10 pro. But yeah, I think I can go further. I know I can go further. I've got to the elite level as an amateur. I got to box the best boxers in the world. I beat a few of them. So there's no reason why I can't go on and challenge for a world title and win a world title. I just got to believe in myself more. But I think winning this is big for me. This is a big deal, and I'm not going to look past it. I really want to win these titles.
Do you think your self-belief has changed since you joined the gym you're at now?
Definitely. I'm starting to believe in myself more, and because I know I'm putting the work in, I know how hard I'm working, and I see myself progressing every day, and I'm believing in myself every day. I'm believing in myself more and more, and it's just about putting in that hard work, and that's what's giving me the confidence.
Great stuff. Well, I hope we can have another catch up when the fight date's announced. It'd be good to do that. But really, really appreciate your time. It's always good to talk to you. And fingers crossed we get the date announced as soon as possible.
Yeah. And it looks like there's going to be crowd as well. I'm just buzzing. It's a blessing in disguise. There's got a date soon, and they're going to say, I don't know, 1,000 fans or something like that. I think the June 5th one, Dubois one, that's 1,000 fans. I'll be happy with that. And so fingers crossed, and I'll speak to you again soon, Danny.
All right, mate. You take care. Speak soon.
Speak soon, mate. See you later.